We would like to welcome the following towns to Top Star Channel 91. Ndola, Kitwe, Luanshya, Mufulira, Kalulushi, Chengola, Chililabombwe, Kapiriamposhi, Kabwe, Lusaka, Katfiwe, Choma, Mazabuka, Livingston, Chipata, Chinsali, Kasama, Mansa, Solwezi, and Mongu. Feel free to interact with us and let us know where you are watching from. Only on your Top Star Decoders Channel 91, Sun FM TV. Radio Gone Rogue. Radio Gone TV.
La Zambia! ABSA Marathon is back. Be part of Zambia's biggest and most anticipated marathon. Join us on the 6th of September 2025 for a day of fun, personal milestones, and unforgettable memories. And now with the World Athletics label, you don't want to miss a chance to write your fitness story. Register today at absamarathonzambia.co.zm. Get your slot at 600 kwacha or 500 kwacha when you pay using any of your ABSA cards. Your story matters. ABSA.
For in-depth news coverage from across Zambia, local and national news, business, politics, and sports, this is the Sun FM News, brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
The news.
For joining us here on Sun FM Radio and TV. To present the news, my name is Imelda Chukwati. FERA Member of Parliament Emmanuel Tembo has challenged the authority of Speaker of the National Assembly Nelly Moti to declare the Chawama parliamentary seat vacant following continued absenteeism by Ms. Tasila Lungu. The Irish government has expressed deep satisfaction with the implementation of the Jewel Project, a flagship social protection program designed to improve human capital and livelihoods for vulnerable populations. The Prisons Care and Counseling Association, PRISCA, has unveiled plans to distribute televisions, radios, and newspapers across Zambia's correctional facilities to raise awareness about inmates' eligibility to vote in the 2026 general elections. Green Buffaloes Football Club have officially unveiled seasoned tactician Agri Chiangi as their new head coach.
Sun FM.
FERA Member of Parliament Emmanuel Tembo has challenged the authority of Speaker of the National Assembly Nelly Moti to declare the Chawama parliamentary seat vacant following continued absenteeism by Mr. Tasila Lungu. In an interview with Sun FM TV News, Mr. Tembo cited Standing Order 223 adopted in 2024, arguing it does not explicitly state that absenteeism alone warrants the declaration of a vacant seat. He expressed surprise that the Speaker reserved her ruling on the matter, questioning what conclusion might be drawn.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that they mustn't continue. FRA must stop this because they want to continue. Obunga on Shima becomes luxury. So it is a wrong decision, unacceptable, and we are not going to buy into it as State Liberation Movement, as myself, Roosevelt Tonga. That must be stopped.
He said it was understandable that Ms. Lungu is unable to attend parliamentary sessions as her father has not yet been laid to rest. Meanwhile, the National Assembly has dismissed criticism from Lusaka-based lawyer Jonas Zimba as unwarranted and lacking understanding of parliamentary procedure. Mr. Zimba had questioned Speaker Moti's decision to delay a ruling on the absenteeism case. Responding to the critique, senior media liaison officer Nshamba Muzungu described Mr. Zimba's comments as a public display of ignorance, stating that reserving rulings is part of established parliamentary practice. He emphasized that the Speaker's choice allows for careful scrutiny on sensitive matters and prevents rushed decisions. The issue gained traction on Tuesday, 15th July 2025, when Zambezi East MP Brian Kambita raised a point of order questioning Ms. Lungu's prolonged absence. He suggested her non-participation may reflect an unwillingness to return, thereby denying the people of Chawama effective representation in Parliament. The Irish government has expressed deep satisfaction with the implementation of Zambia's Girls' Education and Women's Empowerment and Livelihoods Jewel Project, a flagship social protection program designed to improve human capital and livelihoods for vulnerable populations. Irish Minister of State Neely Richmond, during his visit to Chongwe District, interacted with beneficiaries of the Supporting Women's Livelihood SWL and Social Cash Transfer SCT programs. He applauded the significant impact these initiatives have had on women's lives, especially their ability to start small businesses and improve household well-being through empowerment funds and social safety nets. Minister Richmond reaffirmed Ireland's commitment to co-financing Zambia's social protection programs, highlighting the ongoing effort to reduce poverty and vulnerability. He also celebrated the historic bond between the two nations, dating back to the 1960s, with the arrival of Irish missionaries engaged in charity work.
I was delighted to see so many variety of business ideas, such initiative, but also to hear the very personal stories and how you've been able to benefit. Ireland and Zambia have had really close relationships back to the days of our missionaries, our nuns and our priests, to our development cooperation that started in 1980.
Novuteko wa Zambia kale wambo kuombera pamo since mu 1980s uko kutalidira abamissionaries baleisa mukudengulete chevo kuno mwaibukishate kuli bakatolika pona musho kutulanda point baleisa bamananzi bakatolika ma priests na baleisa kufumakula kwa Ireland ukisa kuno mukubikishembira.
And we very much see this continue to support this project going forward for 3 years ago.
Accompanying the minister was Angela Kawandami, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, who acknowledged Ireland's steadfast partnership and thanked the Irish people for their continued support of Zambia's social protection.
Coming through and meeting the beneficiaries of all the work that you're doing in Zambia. I think Ireland is one of the very good friends that we have as a country, and it's not just actually even about the development aid, it's about all the work that you've been doing for so many years and the impact on so many lives. You're going to see the impact on the lives of the beneficiaries that are here, but in so many ways we've all been impacted by the Irish, whether it's them educating us or the chaplains at the universities who have all been from Ireland.
Beneficiaries also shared their gratitude, noting how the Jewel Project has empowered them through productive grants and entrepreneurship training. helping them break out of poverty with sustainable livelihoods.
Sinali kwenda bwino ero sinali kuziba business olo nili mulosi olo palibe chenipindula sinali kuziba koma pamene ninapunzira napeza kuti kanshi business ifunika uoda vintu vili mu season yakaena depe ozakwanisa kuti nizagulisa olo sinzagulisa osati ungoiti ni Juni uende ukaoda vintu vamene sivili va mchuni so ninaona nga chili chonivuta kwa pena napunzira naona pili chape bwino pali pano awe vana vanga kulibe njala vonse kulibe
vana tinapezekako mwayi pali program ya jiweyo vanabwa vatipasako ndrama amene 3790 nabwa ija ndrama nali kudala na business nigulisa ndi business yanga ni yankuku nigulisira ku nyumba so ija ndrama nabwa nayi kuonjezera pa feed pamene naonjeza pa feed nagulisako nkuku inango nabwa nayi ka mu garden chita na mu garden hapa pamene ili pano na milisi ya fresh.
Minister Richmond was joined by senior officials from both the Irish Embassy and Zambia's Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, engaging directly with beneficiaries to hear their personal stories and witness the program's grassroots impact. The Prisons Care and Counseling Association, PRISCA, has unveiled plans to distribute televisions, radios, and newspapers across Zambia's correctional facilities to raise awareness about inmates' eligibility to vote in the 2026 general elections. Speaking to Sun FM TV News, PRISCA Executive Director Dr. Godfrey Malembeka announced that the project is being rolled out in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP. The initiative aims to empower inmates with information about their constitutional right to participate in the democratic process. He said voting is a constitutional right even for those behind bars, hence awareness of the process is essential and eligible inmates must be informed and involved. Dr. Malembeka also appealed to fellow stakeholders, both public and private, to lend their support to the program in order to ensure that all eligible individuals within correctional facilities are fully informed and prepared for next year's elections.
Planning that this year we want to embark on the pre-election, pre-general election activities and the post-election activities, including the during elections. So PRISCA is here hoping to double the number of television sets that we distributed in 2021. We hope to distribute a bigger number of sets, if not 80, at least 90 sets of televisions. We want to distribute the radios, solar.
The Zambian government has pledged unwavering support for this year's Ukusefya Pangwena traditional ceremony, an iconic annual event that celebrates the origins and achievements of the Bemba people. During a preparatory meeting held at Ngwena in Mungu District, Northern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Undi Piri emphasized the ceremony's vital role in preserving Zambia's rich cultural heritage. She assured stakeholders that preparations are well underway and that government backing, both logistical and financial, remains solid. Ms. Piri also called for strengthened cooperation between government officials and traditional leadership, highlighting the importance of collective effort in organizing the event. Adding to the support, Reverend Matthews Chilekwa, Permanent Secretary for Muchinga Province, confirmed that his office will contribute toward ensuring the ceremony's success. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Chitimokulu Mwinelubemba Kanyantamanga II urged Zambians to take pride in their heritage and to protect traditional values. He noted that ceremonies like Ukusefya Pangwena are vital in passing cultural knowledge to younger generations and promoting unity among the people. This year's ceremony is scheduled to take place from 7th to 9th August 2025 and is expected to draw large crowds, dignitaries and cultural enthusiasts from across Zambia and beyond. This was contained in a statement made available to the media by Sandra Mlenga, Principal Public Relations Officer for Northern Province. The Lusaka Water Security Initiative, LUSI, successfully hosted its water security run, attracting an impressive turnout from community members and partner organizations. LUSI Board Chairperson Ms. Yanko Mataya expressed gratitude for the enthusiastic participation of individuals in the event, highlighting the event as more than a physical challenge, serving as a symbol of unity and collective commitment to strengthening water security. Ms. Mataya extended heartfelt thanks to LUSI's diverse partners, including CARE, WWF, NGO Wash Forum, NWASCO, GIZ, and others, whose steadfast support reflects the spirit of collaboration that drives LUSI's mission forward. She reviewed the institution's vision of extending beyond Lusaka, aiming to contribute meaningfully to national water security through continued cross-sector cooperation as it aspires to lead change across Zambia. Ms. Mataya also encouraged participants to stay committed to their wellness journeys and continue engaging in future fitness events and awareness campaigns. Meanwhile, Water Voices United took part in the Water Security Run held on Saturday, July 19th, 2025 at East Park Mall, themed Run for Water, Walk for Life, Securing Zambia's Future. The event aimed to spotlight water security and mobilize collective action across sectors. Water Voices United joined the initiative to support advocacy efforts and collaborate with partners in pushing for sustainable water solutions. Their involvement reinforced the project's ongoing mission, addressing water challenges through inclusive community engagement. The Water Voices United is a transformative 4-year initiative co-funded by the European Union and Danish People's Aid and led by SNV in collaboration with the NGO Wash Forum. The opposition Third Liberation Movement has called on President Hakainde Hichilema to immediately cancel the Memorandum of Understanding MOU signed between Zambia's Food Reserve Agency, FRA, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, for the export of 1 million tons of maize in 2025. FRA Board Chairperson Suresh Desai recently announced that modalities were being finalized to facilitate maize exports to countries affected by extreme weather conditions, with Zambia open to partnering with additional stakeholders interested in accessing its grain reserves. Reacting to the announcement in an interview with Sun FM TV News, Third Liberation Movement President Enoch Tonga expressed disappointment, describing the deal as a breach of public interest.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that they mustn't continue. FRA must stop this because they want to continue turning or subjecting the people of Zambia to poverty and buy unga. Unga or shima becomes luxury. So it is a wrong decision, unacceptable, and we are not going to buy into it as State Liberation Movement, as myself, Enoch Roosevelt Tonga. That must be stopped.
Meanwhile, economist Kelvin Chisanga joined the debate, urging the government to tread cautiously with the maize export policy. He warned that the perceived surplus may be misleading if broader risks such as climate change, regional food instability, and economic uncertainty are not factored in. Mr. Chisanga emphasized the need for a strategic reserve capable of sustaining Zambia for at least 2 years to cushion against future shocks, price volatility, and emergency scenarios.
Be aggressively put in place Exporting, this might be able to give us a difficult situation in the light of growing climate and economic uncertainties. Then 2, premature celebration of surplus of stock is not something that we can be able to excite ourselves and lash into issues of export without concrete buffers and the reserve plan to put in place.
The construction of 816 housing units at the Buffalo Park Barracks in Lusaka is making steady progress and is on track for completion by 2026. After stalling in 2016 due to funding constraints, the project has regained momentum thanks to renewed government funding. During a site tour, Ministry of Defense Permanent Secretary Mambo Hamaundo expressed satisfaction with the pace of construction and reaffirmed the government's commitment to providing quality housing for military personnel. Mr. Hamaundu emphasized that the initiative is part of a broader effort to support officers and soldiers with decent accommodation. He noted that the contractor, Zongmei Group of Companies, is expected to deliver the project on schedule. Currently, over 500 workers are employed at the site, contributing to the construction of units categorized in 3 phases: low cost, medium cost, and high cost housing.
To be self-contained in a manner of speaking, and to really serve the purpose, that is to operate as a residential area and an office for the officers and the soldiers.
Okay, maybe just one last one before we let you go. How many soldiers are expected to benefit from this infrastructure? Like, what is the capacity? And when is it going to be handed over?
The question of when is dependent on how soon we complete the works. I've indicated there's a number of works still ongoing. The contract that we have that is running is expected to run up to sometime in November 2026. But we're hoping that even before then, much before then, a lot of the work must be done so that a number of people come and occupy these particular units.
We'll continue with the news after this break.
The Zambia ABSA Marathon is back. Be part of Zambia's biggest and most anticipated marathon. Join us on the 6th of September 2025 for a day of fun, personal milestones, and unforgettable memories. And now with the World Athletics label, you don't want to miss a chance to write your fitness story. Register today at absamarathonzambia.co.zm. Get your slot at 600 kwacha or 500 kwacha when you pay using any of your ABSA cards. Your story matters. ABSA.
Green Buffaloes Football Club have officially unveiled seasoned tactician Agri Chiangi as their new head coach. The 61-year-old has signed a 2-year deal with the Zambia Army-sponsored outfit, marking a return to military football after a successful stint with the Green Eagles. Chiangi's appointment follows the departure of Masao Sotembo, who parted ways with the club after a challenging 2024-2025 MTN Super League campaign. His arrival comes amid interest from 3 other Super League sides, but Buffalo secured his signature ahead of the 2025-2026 season. During his unveiling at Arakan Barracks, Zambia Army Commander Lieutenant General Geoffrey Ziele issued a firm directive stating that the only option the team had was to win the soccer games. He emphasized that the club must uphold discipline, performance, and accountability, especially given its financial backing from the Army. Ziele also called for fair player selection, urging Chiangi to ensure enlisted soldiers are given equal opportunities on the pitch. Chiangi has since responded with confidence, pledging to instill a winning mentality and uphold the values of Army football. As we go, the headlines once again. Feira Member of Parliament Emmanuel Tembo has challenged the authority of Speaker of the National Assembly Nelly Moti to declare the Chawama parliamentary seat vacant following continued absenteeism by Ms. Tasila Lungu. The Irish government has expressed deep satisfaction with the implementation of the Jewel Project, a flagship social protection program designed to improve human capital and livelihoods for vulnerable populations. The Prisons Care and Counseling Association, PRISCA, has unveiled plans to distribute televisions, radios and newspapers across Zambia's correctional facilities to raise awareness about inmates' eligibility to vote in the 2026 general elections. Green Buffaloes Football Club have officially unveiled seasoned tactician Agri Chiangi as their new head coach. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Imelda Chukwati. Stay tuned to Sun FM Radio and TV. Bye for now.
Sun FM.
A comprehensive coverage of local and national news, business, politics, and sports. The Sun FM News was brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
The Zambia ABSA Marathon is back. Be part of Zambia's biggest and most anticipated marathon. Join us on the 6th of September.